A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this session where I'm going to be reading a very nice comment from supercat88. So the ID is @super_cat_88. This comment is under the video. If you entered Ascension via romantic connection, then this is imperative. Yeah, Twinflame story is a way to hook people into the ascension path, now very boring already. But it is necessary to guide new wave of ascension worker to do their mission, as the earliest batch already awakened from the bullshit, BS. Because we also getting boring and tired of mission life, and as soon as our third eye awakened, we already wanted to leave this planet ASAP. But the mission work has to be carried on as the earth already transitioning to 5D. The light mission must still be carried by future ascension light worker. This is why I don't stop people from going through fairy tale, twin flame journey phases anymore. They have to go through all kind of illusion and awaken by themselves. Those who can had become more powerful than ever. This is a powerful comment as well. After reading this comment, I can say that whosoever wrote it, this person has practically experienced the illusion of romantic fairy tale. But why still it is so important? Even I used to think at one point that this is all nonsense. But when you get into it, when you get into a serious relationship, which you don't plan, which you don't think about, because you're so focused in the mission work, and mission work is something which has to go on. And even during mission work, when you are actively into mission, you're going to face certain challenges always, okay? And they involve forgiving people, they involve letting go, they involve putting narcissistic people to good work, give them jobs which they can do. Narcissistic people also are not totally useless, as some people think they are, but they are not. If you know how to get them to do something, they will do it for you. They also like people, they also have friends, they also are a part of something, but there's a way to get into their mental space without getting affected by them, because you can get affected by them, okay? And there's a lot of power in ignoring negative stuff. And there's a lot of power in focusing on the good stuff. Because whatever you focus on, it grows. And what you don't focus on, it will not have that much power over you. But all twin flames, usually they are programmed since childhood to focus on all the bad things. A lot of bad things. Most bad things. Everything they see around them. They're upset with a lot of things. They're upset with the society, they're upset with the world, they're upset with the schooling system, with the education system. But when you start becoming more and more experienced, you realize that everything is good in some way or the other. There was a time when I used to think that why do people have to do 9 to 5 jobs, and they're all getting sucked into this horrible system, and they don't have their brains. And then one day I realized a lot of these jobless people, if you give them something else to do, they'll not do it. A lot of these people, they'll go for all the wrong things. A lot of these people will create wars. They will go mad, because a lot of human beings cannot sit without doing anything. So God puts people, and I don't like to use the word God. It's like, this is how the system is. This is how it should be. So some people are doing 9 to 5 jobs. Some people are doing business. Some people are entertaining others. Some people are teachers, they are educators. Some people are healers. So when you look at everyone, different people doing different jobs, then it does look like a balanced system. And many a times I've seen, even in 9 to 5 jobs, like regular normal things that people do, they can do huge amount of service. How it feels nice when you have a intelligent teacher in a school, or a tutor who's very responsible, or somebody at the receptionist who's always smiling and greeting people and helping people, a janitor who's cleaning the hospital floors, people who deliver food for us, who deliver stuff for us every day. Without them, our lives looks impossible, nowadays especially. I mean, I stopped going out long back. And I have also been in 9 to 5 jobs. I've been in the corporate rigmarole. But when I look at some people, I think they really are a good fit for those jobs. They're really good match. They really enjoy. They love growing into it. They love getting success into it. They have worked hard for the promotions. A lot of them are family people. Some of them I see, they are so happy in whatever money they earn every month. They love to do the hard work. Sometimes you really miss it. Sometimes you feel that there's a lot of discipline that goes into 9 to 5 jobs, which a normal person cannot do. I mean, if you're especially on your own, you're completely on your own, what's the guarantee you'll wake up every day with discipline? So God is going to give you some job. And for people who are in the ascension journey, sooner or later they realize a lot of things. They feel, I don't need to be in a 9 to 5 job and do all of this hard work to get a certain amount of money, or to get certain amount of validation or pride or whatever, dopamine, serotonin and all the required chemicals. I can do it just by meditation. So this person is sitting there in meditation for 1 hour and getting all the energy they can. But then the next part is, what do I do with this energy? What do I do with this money? Because when you start making money and you're not putting that much effort, the apparent looking effort, then you start doing the wrong things. You'll start buying the wrong things. You'll start going for the wrong places, wrong trips. So before you do that, before you even get into the wrong side of things and spoil whatever you have figured out for all this while, by doing a 9 to 5 job for, let's say, 10 years, you figured something out. Okay, you've probably figured out that you're a good writer, or you're a good content creator, or you're a good teacher, you're a good healer, whatever you figured out. You're an animal lover, you want to save animals. And even in that department, we have all kinds of animals and birds. Sometimes you are rescuing the animals, but they are meat eater animals or birds, then you cannot, being a vegetarian, you cannot say, oh, I'm not going to feed this dog or this cat or this owl meat because I don't eat meat. So there's going to be a war inside of you. There is a discernment you learn from that part of you as well. So God put you in certain places so that by the time you do all the hard work and you do all the rigmarole and you reach to a certain spot or you reach to a certain role, you have a lot more discernment and you're a lot more responsible with whatever you get, money, recognition, fame. Because some people get all of it and then they lose it, they lose it and then they regret. I mean, there's a learning there as well, but then some people can never make a comeback. Some people make a comeback, but they're still not happy. And some people never make a comeback. Those who make a comeback and they're not happy, but everybody else is saying, oh, you made a comeback, you're doing well. They're thinking, oh, did I really make a comeback? So then they have to sit and figure out that, is this my achievement because I wanted this 10 years back or 20 years back, but I didn't get it then. God didn't give it to me at that time. Now God is giving it to me when I'm not even expecting it. What do I do with it now? I don't know how to feel. I don't know if I should feel happy or sad. So all these things happen. If I focus only on the grammatical errors, I would have never picked this comment. And I also know myself, I've made so many grammatical errors when I'm typing a little fast. It can happen to anyone. I've seen so many of my text messages, even though I'm a writer, but I also make those errors. Sometimes we just say something instead of saying something else. So you understand the gist of it. You understand the feel of it. It's a feel-good comment. It's a feel-good message. It's a feel-good information for other people also out there. So we need the fairy tale. And I think why this fairy tale is important is because first you really want it. At one point you really want it. Then you don't want it at all. You get sick and tired of it. You have some bad experiences or one long bad experience and you say, I don't want it. Then you just be by yourself. You enjoy it a lot. Wow, this is so much peace and solace and solitude. Then you again start getting bored because you start attracting certain people that you don't want. And then you're like, am I supposed to just be like this for the rest of my life? Is this why I did inner work? Is this why I'm in hermit mode? Or you just so focused on your mission work, you really do so well. This is also one more aspect of it which I've noticed. You do so well in those trials and tribulations that universe says you need to step up, and you're going to step up faster and you're going to do much better if you're able to handle this relationship that I'm going to send your way when you least expect it. When you least expect it, you're going to put a lot of terms and conditions, and you're going to make a person pursue you a lot. You're not going to make it easy for that person. And because you're not making it easy for someone, they value you a lot more because they've done a lot of hard work to get your attention or to get your love. They had to lie a lot. They had to twist and turn a lot of stories. They had to cook a lot of stories maybe, because a normal person cannot so easily pursue someone like such a tough nut to crack kind of person. Someone who's lived by themselves, someone who's doing mission work, someone's like, I don't care about all this, I don't have time for this. So if they are pursuing you a lot, you're being seen with someone a lot, it's a good thing, because later on they might not be the same for you, and then you can straighten up and you'll be like, okay, I've lived alone, I've been by myself, I have shunned away this fairy tale romance idea. I can do a lot of things by myself. I don't need to depend on someone's love and attention and validation. They gave it to me because they wanted me. It was a game for them. It was a challenge for them. And if you are experiencing this, you would know what I'm talking about, okay? So initially, everybody is attracted to something. They put a lot of hard work into it. Once they get it, they're like, now I got this person. Such an intelligent person, such a mission doer kind of person, such a nice person, and I got this person. And then what? Some people cannot maintain it. Some people cannot also maintain being around people like you. And then people like you also sometimes get scared. What if I lose this person? What if they don't like me anymore? What if now they got me so easily and now I'm in this romantic setup, this family setup which I didn't want to be in for some time. Now I'm in this. Now what? All these questions. Now this is the time when you have to understand how to walk on the middle path. And imagine there is a Buddha under a tree. He's the enlightened one. He's talking about middle path. He was married to a woman. He had a child. He left all of that. He became a sannyasi. And then he did all this penance. He became the enlightened one. And still, after all these years, he goes back to his wife. He goes back to his son to do his fatherly duties and husband duties. He apologizes to them. He says, I'm so sorry. I was looking for enlightenment or peace. So I left. Look at the power of that woman. She was like, so what? I don't care. You went away. It's okay. You did your thing. It's okay. I don't want anything from you. I'm happy. So she never left anyone. She never walked out of the palace. She didn't even sit under the tree or anything. But she is equally enlightened as Buddha because she's like, it's okay. I don't care. You did whatever you did. You didn't do your husband duties. You didn't take care of me. You forgot about the child. You became the Buddha. You're the enlightened one now. You're advising everyone. What do I have to do now? So even after becoming a monk, he also went back to his family, but the family didn't need him anymore. And then, of course, he figured it out that, this is how my life had to be. So much forgiveness, so much guilt, so much pain, everyone is going through. Enlightenment, ascension is not easy. God wants twin flames to just have fun. That's real enlightenment, I feel. And fun with responsibility. So you're literally enjoying yourself. You're in the present moment. You're living in faith. You're going through a lot at the same time maybe, but you are learning. So why is God putting you in these romantic relationships is because then your movement is going to be faster. Then whatever role you're here to do, whatever job you're here to do, that is to just be. So even if you're just being, what are you just being as? There's a mango tree that's giving you mangoes. Mango tree is also just being, right? There's an apple tree who's just being and giving apples to people. Similarly, you, by just being yourself, you're also going to give something to people. And then you are in this natural balance and the system, the actual natural system of life. So Earth is not going to stop transitioning to 5D. Earth is going to continue doing that. While being in these romantic relationships and going through all the fears and trials and tribulations, uh, it's almost like things come back in a way. You are scared, you are like, I did all of this inner work, then I get into a relationship again, I fall head over heels in love with someone, even if it's for a very brief time, but you do, because that's why you agree to commit to someone or something. And then you say, it's not easy, it's much more difficult than what I left behind. I was happy by myself, I was happy alone. What did I choose? What did I get into? Did I get into something stupid? And am I trapped now? Because if there are children involved, then you have to raise the children as well. Then you have to do your mission work as well. You have to do your inner work as well. I'm not trying to scare you guys, but I'm just saying that all these family responsibilities, relationship responsibilities, twin flames are supposed to have this too. And they're also supposed to live as a hermit for some time. And they're also supposed to live as someone who's absolutely independent financially. My master says this to me: someone who renounces the world, someone who's left everything, it's still easy for them. A monk just has to feed himself while doing his inner work. But a man who is married, he's in Grihast ashram, he has kids and he's doing inner work. He has to bring money also by just means, by fair means. He has to raise the family also. He has to take care of everyone. And he also has to become a good person. He has to become a godly man or a godly woman, whosoever it is, the gender. It's not easy. It's easy to leave everything and go into the mountains and do penance or do all the work, but it's tough to be in this worldly world, still be detached like a lotus and do all these duties, and then also practice unconditional love and also practice forgiveness, because you're not going to do a lot of things. You're a loyal person, you're an honest person, you're a caring person, you're everything, because you learned it over a period of time, you build it up. That's why we also see age gap relationships. That's why we also see, strangely, the twin flames don't age that fast. They're not aging. They're becoming cuter. They're becoming younger. They are looking like half of their age, maybe. Someone who's in their 40s looks like they're in 20s. But you look at the new people, they are looking much more mature because they are kind of depressed. They are in addiction patterns. You know why? Because the in-between thing they have missed. They are talking about their rights. They're talking about being a revolutionist. They're talking about a lot of these things, but they're not understanding that something in between is missing. And that is to be still, and that is to go within, and that is to say that before I talk about my rights, I need to be more responsible. And I'm not saying they're not responsible. It's just that they have a lot of knowledge, they have a lot of theory, they have a lot of information, but they still need to go through practical stuff. And the way to go through practical stuff without going through all of this depression is meditation. It is sitting still. So when a twin flame raises a child, someone who's been in this ascension journey, who's seen all these phases, when you raise a child, doesn't matter you're bringing them late into the world, because I watch all these movies, and sometimes movies and all the mainstream talk people do, and then I hear some very good masters also, like masters as in, they're masters too, they're teachers too, and they're also saying certain very typical things, and I feel this does not apply to a twin flame character. Look at Lord Sri Ram, he never got old as long as he lived. He was Ajar. In a language form, you say Ajar and Amar. So he was not immortal, but he was Ajar. He never got old, and so did his wife. She remained young, youthful till they lived, till they ruled, till the end. So would a lot of things apply to them? No. I think they were also cardinal twin flames, because even in that age, Treta Yug, even at that time, Silver Age, they had to go through challenges that no other person could go through. They were difficult challenges, and so did their brothers in a way. Lord Sri Ram didn't even get to see his sons when they were born, because there was a sort of a pact they both followed. And I will talk about it in detail later on, but not right now. However, I do want to say, if you look at other twin flame couple also, which is Shiva and Parvati, they also had it very difficult. And Shiva was much elder to Parvati, and they also had age gap. And now I'm being told via downloads that now in this ascending Dwapar and ascending Treta and ascending Satyug, you would have women take over the role of men. Women are going to be in those positions. It's not going to be a patriarchal society. It will be a matriarchal society. And when the golden age actually starts, the ascending golden age, that's when it starts equalizing. Then there is no matriarchy or patriarchy, because that's what golden age is all about. People will figure out certain things, and then they will be like, okay, both of you do your thing. Let's not call it matriarchy. Let's not call it patriarchy. So twin flames are here to help in the ascension process. They also help during the descending times. Twin flames are usually born on planet Earth only twice. One is when the dark age is about to start, and the other when the dark age is about to end or it has already ended. This is the crucial time they're here for, because they're already living in very high vibration. They are, and it's not about superiority complex. That's why they don't follow the rules. They don't believe in the rules, but yet they are responsible, and yet they know how to be happy. They figure it out. With time, they figure it out more and more and more. And they realize that, you know what, I cannot be happy if I keep thinking about what my divine masculine or divine feminine put me through. If I keep thinking about all the betrayal, all the lies, all the scandals they put me through, all the torture, emotional torture they put me through, I cannot live my life happily. And I cannot do anything. I cannot function this way. So I have to let it go. I have to forgive them, no matter how weird it sounds, how unreasonable it sounds, how sad it sounds, that this is the fact that I need to focus on myself. You need to focus on yourself, not what they did to you, not what they put you through, because it will be another person, another face, another body. But till the time you don't learn this, the energy will still linger on. And that's a fact. That's a bitter truth that you have to swallow. But once you swallow this bitter pill, and once you say, okay, I'm going to work on my happiness, you'll realize that the same person who was pursuing you like crazy, and then they stopped pursuing you for whatever XYZ reason, they thought they won a trophy, and trophies are only supposed to be kept somewhere in the wall. They'll realize that you're not that type of a trophy wife or a husband material. You're different. Trophy wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. You're different. You're not like other people, and you're not gonna be someone they can play with and someone they can emotionally abuse, because most husbands and wives do that to each other. They abuse each other. It's a fact. But you have to teach them, and you have to teach yourself, that I will not get emotionally abused or mentally abused by you. I will not get affected by you and your behavior and your narcissism. Because maybe you don't know about inner work. That's okay. That's fair. You don't know about twin flames, inner work, tarot card reading, spiritual stuff. You don't know. That's good, because you give me the contrast, and I like the contrast. You can appreciate them for the contrast. You can appreciate them for actually making you get out of your hermit mode, get out of your solitude phase, and step back into the 3D to live as a 5D being. They push you to do that, and for that you can appreciate them, because a normal person can't do that. Someone has to be really, really smart. They have to be really a smart ass or smart cookie to do that. But then everything cannot work around their whims and fancies. And this is the thing that you learn and you figure out. Because they also get that energy, that power from you sometimes, because you're focusing on the bad stuff, because you were probably cheated on before you got into hermit mode. And even if you were not cheated on, maybe you were lied to, and you were manipulated, and you were just so fed up and sick and tired of, how much human beings do, the drama, all the stuff they do for just about anything materialistic. You were sick of it, you were tired of it. That's why you said, I'm not gonna do it anymore, and I'll be all by myself. Let me find my tree and be the Buddha of my world. But then you realize that you're a different kind of person. You're not here just to be a monk. There's nothing wrong in being a monk. I'm not saying that. Some people are born to be monks, but some people are literally not born to be monks. You can't force them. You can't force the apple tree to become the orange or the mango tree. Everyone has to do their duty, no matter how scary it is. It is scary to have a child. It is scary to be in a relationship. It is scary to have family, to have love, or to have whatever. Especially when you're different. Especially when you know you're different. You're not looking old, but you know stuff. You're still looking younger, so you're gonna hear all the mainstream stuff being thrown at others, but you're just listening to it because they don't know anything about you. They cannot believe you to fit into that mold of a typical 3D person, because you don't fit into that mold. And then there are also some who try to be like you. They look at you, how you dress up, they look at you, how you talk, they look at the youthfulness in you, they look at all the glow up and all that, and then they want to be like you. But they are not meant to be like you. They're meant to be in the 3D version. This is not for inferiority or superiority complex. This is the truth. Everybody is supposed to be who they are. A cactus is supposed to be a cactus. A bitter gourd is supposed to be a bitter gourd. A banana is supposed to be a banana. A date tree is supposed to be a date tree. I'm getting all the fruit examples. Maybe I'm hungry. Everybody has a role to play, and no role is good, no role is bad. Like, you can't eat sugar canes all your life, no matter how sweet it is. Even for mangoes, you can't keep eating mangoes all your life, no matter how sweet it is. And I once met a person who very candidly and very honestly told me they were on a fruit diet for about 4 months. They were continuously eating fruits every day. They made it a point. This person had a beautiful face. His skin was glowing. And then I was like, wow, your skin is glowing. Your eyes are, they're lit up. What's your secret? I just wanted to ask. So this person said, I think I'm more honest to myself, because I went on to a fruit diet for almost 3 to 4 months, and I was always hungry. I was constantly hungry. And then one day I said, forget about it. I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat. And I got back into a normal diet. And the glow up came after that. So the glow up could have come from honest confession or honesty, and not just going by whatever somebody says. Sometimes you just need something. You need some kind of nutrition, or you need some kind of diet. And I'm not talking about addictions, guys. This is not to justify your addiction patterns. But maybe in some cases, even those are justified. Who knows? Who are we to judge, right? But if you want to quit an addiction, if you want to get out of bad habits, then again, it will be divine timing, and you will be motivated to do so. It's always good to wake up early in the morning, eat healthy food, get dressed, get to your work, and have a discipline, and then sleep on time, eat on time. But what if someone has a night shift at the hospital and they are working as a nurse, and they're really helpful, they're really good with their job? What do we say to that person? Well, can't say anything. Because the job that they've taken has taken over the routine. Maybe they have the discipline. Maybe for 2 years they do it, and they form the discipline for it. And they do well. They help a lot of people. So this is where I'm going to close this because this can actually turn into a really long session. I want to limit it to just this part only, that we need both. We need the romance, we need the romantic stuff, because actually what we're learning is you have to romance with life. You can't romance with just one person, and you also can't romance with multiple people and become a polygamist. That's not good either. But you need to learn to romance yourself. Take yourself out, spend time with yourself. Make sure you feel good. Make sure your state of being is in the right place. Make sure you focus on the here and now. It's not gonna be easy. Trust me, this is my experience. Some people are mean, yes. But then let's not give them power to be more mean to us. Whatever they've done, they've done. But from now onwards, as soon as you start feeling down and low, start getting depressed, all those thoughts are running in your head, learn from the narcissist. I would say narcissist can teach people this, because narcissist, you talk to them about anything important which has a responsibility, which has where they have to give a justification, they just get up and leave. They just walk away. They don't listen to you. They are like looking at the phone at the same time, or they're like, yeah, what did he just say? So you say a whole thing, whole big statement you make, and then they go like, what did he say? It's literally like they want you to repeat the whole thing with the same emotional intensity. So that means they were not listening to you the first time. But then instead of becoming mean like them, you can always learn from them and literally be the same to them. It really works. It's not a revenge thing. I'm not telling you guys to take revenge. But emotionally, if you want to be stable with the 3D people, because the 3D people, the toxic people, the narcissistic people, they ain't going anywhere. They're going to be there. They're always going to be there. How do you survive in that and not survive, my dear friends? Thrive in that is by ignoring the bullshit, the drama, the negativity, the codependency. You got to stop being codependent on people who are who you know that you cannot really value their word, or you know that they're not going to be pure and honest with you, no matter how bad it sounds. And also not attach yourself so much. If you have children together, I'm not saying go to the court and fight a battle, because that's again wastage of your energy. Fight the battle within. Fight the battle with yourself. Battle to not focus on what other people say and do. Just do what you love. Be yourself, guilt free. They are not remorseful. They are not guilty. They are not sad. They hurt you. They are not feeling bad. They're going to feel bad definitely when you stop expecting them to feel bad. Then they're going to learn it. And you're not here to teach other people any lessons. You're not here to fix them. You're not here to mend broken people. If you're a professional, okay, I understand. But then also, if I'm a professional healer and therapist, I can only help people who come to me. Right? I cannot go on helping everyone, every Tom, Dick and Harry on the street. Because then they're going to think I'm crazy. If I start healing my family, come, I'll heal you. They're going to be like, we don't need your healing. We don't need your talks. They won't. But if I stop telling them and if I start showing it to them, and if you do the same, we are not 100% there. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but this is my experience. When you don't tell them and you do it and you live like that, then they figure it out more. But if we go to them, we want to have a conversation with them, there's never going to be any conclusion. Because they're not operating from the same frequency. So forcing them to think like us, be like us, is difficult. And then also expecting somebody who is not on the same page with you to understand your pain. They hurt you, they lied to you, they did something to you, and you want them to be sorry or apologize. Let it be. Just focus on yourself. Focus on that part of you which needs apology. Focus on yourself, where that part of you that cares so much. Just say, I don't need an apology. I don't want to care so much. I don't want to bother so much. I will do what I love. I will do what makes me feel good. Because they're always doing what makes them feel good. Because if they can prioritize themselves, I'm talking about most 3D people that you're dealing with. then why can't I prioritize myself and my relationship with God? Okay, so this is where I'm going to close it. Finally, I'm saying it again. Connect with me, write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com for readings and for therapy sessions. They're wonderful therapies, life changing and amazing, and a lot of fun also, a lot of insight, and they focus completely on you. You, because you're good, everybody will look good. You're not good, how will others look good? You can also become my Patreon, and you can get my book In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate. It's available on Amazon Kindle. The link is given in the description box. The latest edited version is on Kindle. The spelling of love is L-triple-U-V and not L-O-V-E. So that's how you know. And yeah. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.